If your husband or wife work in the emergency room overnight, chances of them cheating on you is very high. Let me do a quick story time before I clock in. Most doctors and nurses sleep with each other overnight, and they really love the surgeons too. I never knew they had little one-bedroom apartments in hospitals until I started working there. I mean, almost every night, there's a nurse being caught sleeping with a doctor, and they don't get in trouble either. And to make matters worse, majority of them is married.
These hoes ain't loyal, and these doctors ain't either. This is absolutely insane, but you know what? I believe it. People at work are scandalous. I mean, even if you're in like the restaurant industry, everybody's sleeping with everybody. I have mixed feelings about her putting this information out there on the internet in such a way. I feel like if you no longer work at the emergency room or at the hospital, then you could spill the tea like this. But sis, you about to clock into the very job that you're exposing. You got to be smarter than this. And if you truly care about the disrespect of the husbands and wives, go to them personally and let them know what's happening, or just mind your business. Okay. Because I don't know if this is the move. And she probably got coworkers that follow her on TikTok and all her social media. And then they see this and they're flabbergasted and clutching their pearls because they're like, oh my God, she putting my business out there. I get where she's coming from, because when you see scandalous stuff like this, it's disgusting if you're not a scandalous person yourself. But sis, this ain't the move.
And if it's usually the doctors that's married, but the little young nurses that come in with their tight scrubs on, they be sleeping with y'all husband.
Okay, now right there, she sound a little jelly, okay? I'm not gonna lie, that sound a little bitter, okay? Why you mad that they can fit the little tight scrubs and stuff? You ain't need to mention how they be wearing the tight scrubs. Now, when everyone goes to the hospital or the emergency room and they see a nurse with the tight scrubs, they're gonna think, oh, she definitely sleeping with the doctor. And maybe that's not true.
The nurses even be sleeping with the housekeepers, but the doctors don't touch the housekeepers because I guess they too good for all that. So if your husband or your wife work in the emergency room overnight, y'all might want to check those emails and text messages, because they be in there up to no fucking good. And if your wife wear the tightest scrub she can find on the rack every night to work, she's definitely cheating with a doctor.
Yeah, she sound a little heated about these tight scrubs. Girl, I mean, I believe it. I done seen Grey's Anatomy. Okay, I done seen House. All right, they done told us that these doctors and nurses and all these folks is scandalous. This ain't the way to put that information out there. You should have told this to somebody else and then had them say it. That way it's not tied to you, because I'm pretty sure your coworkers is looking at this and they going, oh, really, bitch? Especially if they the ones wearing the tight scrubs, because they know you looking at them sideways now. But I am absolutely correct in what I'm saying, because
I wasn't expecting my last video to blow up like it did. One of the 3 nurses that's following me, and I'm almost sure it was Kate. Let me hold that thought until after my meeting.
Ooh, she dropping names now. Oh, I know it was you, Kate, bitch. Of course they're going to report you to HR. You're putting their business out there, and it only take a little bit, somebody figure out who you are and dox you. By proxy, they're doxing the other nurses and staff that's there. People think that the internet is not a real place and it's not connected to real life, but it most certainly is. The things you say online, they will definitely affect your real life, okay? It all don't just stay on the internet. And furthermore, you're putting this video out there before you go meet with HR. What if HR sees this and they see, oh, well, if you guys fire me, then I'm dropping first and last names. You're a hazard for the company and they have to protect the company. I'm telling you, they don't negotiate with terrorists. They will just fire you and cut their losses, because guess what? They can fire those other nurses too and bring in 3 more with even tighter scrubs.
Let me do a quick little story time. One of them decided to send my video to HR, and my manager called me this morning demanding me to remove my video. I told her absolutely not. I did not disclose any names or locations, so why would I do that?
To keep your job. That's why. To keep that steady paycheck. You take the video down, because that little TikTok video is not going to make you more money than having your full-time job, unless you're going to try to rebrand this into a full-time content creator career. But I don't know if this story holds enough weight to do that. Smart thing would have been to just cut the losses and take down the video.
Now I got a meeting at 3 o'clock. I'm here to tell them, if they fire me or suspend me, I will be dropping first and last names, because ain't no way I got a meeting because I'm spreading awareness to the faithful husbands and wives out here That's not cheating.
Okay, look, it's not about that. It's about, this is a juicy story. It's going to go viral and you want the attention. It's okay to say that. Like, everyone wants to make everything some kind of righteous cause. When the truth is, folks is on here just trying to go viral. Hell, I'm trying to go viral at some point. Let's be serious. We all do when we're posting content on these here social media platforms. If your account is not private and you are putting this out there for the world, you want it to go viral. It's not so much about trying to help the husbands and the wives, because if that's the case, just go to them directly. Get evidence and then go to them directly and tell them, hey, your wife be wearing them tight scrubs and she ain't wearing them for the patients now. If this was truly your plight, then your moves would have been completely different. This is about having your moments, and it's okay to just say that. You don't have to make it some kind of righteous cause that it isn't.
I'm allowed to say whatever I want to say on my page. They cannot take that away.
But they can sure take your job away.
This is something I experienced working there. So what? Why can't I talk about it?
Because it makes the hospital look bad. It makes the doctors lose credibility. So do the nurses lose credibility. Because if you're going to this emergency room and you're thinking that everybody's just focused on being booed up, you're going to think that you're not getting top care. You know what that leads to? Lawsuits. They too busy in the back being booed up to take care of the patients that are coming through. That opens them up for lawsuits. If they're too busy doing this and they're not doing their job, then that means that there's some malpractice, some negligence going on. Of course, they do not want to have someone on staff that is putting them in a line of fire like that, because it's not that hard for people to figure out where folks work. All it takes is a freaking patient remembering that they seen you somewhere and then going online wanting their viral moment, just like yourself, and then putting that business out there. You're a risk. So of course they will do damage control and containment as much as possible. And guess what, y'all? They let her go. Are you surprised? Because I'm not. So it sucks for the husbands and wives. It really does suck for them, but it is what it is. Oh, there's another video. I didn't even see this one.
Sorry for the late response, everyone. I needed time to process everything, take it in, and most importantly, speak to my attorney. They did let me go. They let me go because they said I have a large following and they did not want someone from the outside to come in and notice me and obviously know that this is the hospital that I'm talking about.
Isn't that what I said? Isn't that what I said? Now, girl, you lawyering up, but guess what? I'm pretty sure they have social media clauses in the contracts now. Ever since the late 2000s, social media clauses have been added to these contracts because these companies do not want to be held liable for the crazy stuff that their employees are saying online. That's the reason why the girl that was twerking on the plane got let go. You can't do stuff online that relates to your job and then expect them to keep you there if what you're doing does not align with their mission and their overall goals. So sis, you getting a lawyer, you're going to be wasting coin on this because they have every right to let you go. You put a target on the hospital's backs. Just like I said, someone could notice her and be like, hey, I seen her at that hospital. And then they get Twitter fingers or X fingers, whatever you want to call it. I still call it Twitter. They get them Twitter fingers and they start typing away. And the next thing you know, everybody at the hospital been doxxed. And folks are crazy. You could have some kind of weird vigilante that has a thing for stepping outside their marriages and they go in there and try to harm people because they have some weird righteous cause that they believe in and people end up getting hurt. You never know. Folks are crazy. So yes, they let you go. And I understand why.
They also told me if I release any names that I would be sued. Obviously,
exactly.
That video before my meeting.
Exactly. Of course they would. Of course. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't miss. Of course they saw your video and of course they're going to address it. And of course they would sue you because you're putting people's lives in danger by doing that. Furthermore, the people that, out there cheating at your hospital, you don't know who they're married to. They could be married to a crazy MFer who will go up to that hospital and go postal. You don't know. So it's dangerous.
I have so many followers. I lost track of everyone that's following me. I noticed the nurses was following me about 4 months ago, but I did not pay much attention to that or really didn't care. I've been receiving a lot of threats in my inbox, calling me snitches, saying they're happy I lost my job and I should have minded my business. Well, they made it my business when they brought it to the workplace.
Don't be going around threatening this woman. She already getting hers, okay? She already getting the consequences of her actions. I never understand people going online and threatening people they don't know over some stuff that does not apply to them. Just like you telling this woman to mind her business, why don't y'all mind yours? Okay, sit back, enjoy the tea, but don't take it any further than that. There's no reason to message this woman. Let's be serious.
As far as them letting me go, I really don't care. I'm not a nurse, so I did not lose my license or anything like that. They just simply let me go. I did speak to my attorney and I do have a case, so I'll be moving forward with that. It's just exhausting being at work all night, watching husbands and wives cheat. Don't nobody want to see that. Keep it at home if that's what you want to do, or simply leave your union and go out and cheat all day.
Again, what does this have to do with you necessarily? Like, I get it might be difficult looking, if the husband or spouse or whatever is coming into the office and you gotta see them keying, and then the heifer just done got sloppy topped in the back, and then she coming and greeting her husband who's bringing the lunch, or whatever the case may be. I understand that is chaotic. However, it's not your place. It's not your place to bring this to social media. And like I said, if you were truly worried about that, you would just go to them directly or handle it by going to HR and saying that this is inappropriate. But you took it to the internet for virality, okay? You took it to the internet because you know it's scandalous. People love scandals. It would most likely go viral, and it did. And now you got to deal with the consequences, and it is what it is.
But I'm not tripping on nothing. It is what it is. I was just telling y'all what goes on behind closed doors. I mean, take it or leave it. I have nothing to lose.
Well, now you don't, because you already done lost your job, sis. This is just another example of don't do stupid stuff online if you're possibly going to lose your job because of it. Let's start moving more professionally. And if you truly care about these causes, go to the people directly. Don't bring it to social media, because the only person that's going to be looking goofy is you, unfortunately. Because I don't like cheating ass niggas too. But at the same time, you got to focus on yourself and just hope that the other person and other people are going to figure it out and then take care of themselves as well. Trying to insert yourself indirectly by going to social media is just not it.